Hi there. Do you see lots of those old, outdated glass and ceramic containers when thrifting, but you're just not sure what to do with them? I'm going to show you how you can give them a modern makeover on a budget, and I'm going to show you quick and easy ways to transform those forgotten pieces into stylish home decor. So let's roll up our sleeves and get creative with some budget-friendly upcycling. And I'd also like to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. We got lots of work. Let's get started. I've come across numerous glass and ceramic vases at thrift stores that appear really outdated. Let me show you a few examples I found and how I plan to transform them doing some upcycling. First item I'm working on is this charming little piggy bank. It was absolutely adorable, but it had a logo on it from somebody that had probably went on a trip overseas. My initial step will be taking it outside and applying a coat of spray primer over that entire piggy bank. Once it was dry, I got out my napkins that had a really cute floral print on them that I picked up at the dollar store, and we're going to start decoupaging. I like tearing the paper into small pieces because it helps it blend in nicely when applying the decoupage technique. I'm going to be using Mod Podge matte for this. First, I'm going to apply just a thin layer on the piggy bank, and then I'm going to randomly stick that torn napkin all over the entire surface until it's completely covered. You can find plenty of adorable napkins at the dollar store. It's particularly useful to keep an eye out for seasonal ones and then add them to your collection. That way when you have a decoupage project like this, you'll have a variety of options that you can look through to find that special one-of-a-kind napkin that you can use. Or if you have a hard time finding a napkin that you like, you can always custom make your own. I love doing that, and I do it quite often. I have a full tutorial on how to make custom napkins. I'll put that link down below in the description. Look how adorable this little piggy bank turned out. It is completely dried now. I've sealed it with a polyacrylic sealer, and it's perfect for keeping my change in. It's such a cute little piece that no longer looks outdated or tacky with someone else's vacation memories. This candle holder has a really outdated look to it. If you're a fan of blue, it could be a great addition to your home decor, but since I don't have a lot of blue elements in my home, I decided to give it a makeover using some coffee paint. This incredible textured paint is perfect for revitalizing old items and giving them a modern touch. I mixed it with my own coffee grounds, and you can find a detailed tutorial on how to make this recipe on my channel. I'll provide the link to that down below in the description, and if you want to give it a try. Additionally, I also have a recipe booklet in my Etsy store that includes this particular recipe. To transform the candle holder, I started by applying a complete coat of that coffee paint and letting it dry thoroughly. Then I added a second coat to enhance that texture, patting it on. Finally, I sealed it with some polyacrylic sealer, and by doing so, we've turned this dated candle holder into a stunning modern piece that will perfectly blend into any decor due to its neutral color. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, the world's largest therapy service that's 100% online. As you may know, my channel is all about upcycling, repurposing, and DIYs, and crafting has been a significant part of my life for a long time. I found that it's helped me cope with my own mental health struggles, and it allows me to focus my mind on something other than worries and negative thoughts. It's like a form of meditation for me. And I've also found that I was able to relax and calm down while I was working on projects. While crafting has been a tremendous help to me, I know that it's not a substitute for professional help. That's why I'm excited today to be partnering with BetterHelp. Talking to a professional can also be an excellent way to guide you along. They have a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just need to answer a few questions about your needs in therapy, and BetterHelp will then match you with the right therapist from their network. You can talk to your therapist whenever you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone call, or video call, and you can message your therapist at any time and schedule a live session whenever it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't a right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from an in-office therapy, but with a therapist who's custom picked for you. with more scheduling flexibility and a more affordable price. So if you're interested in improving your mental health, head over to betterhelp.com/upcycled. That's BETTERHELP and get 10% off your first month. Thanks again for BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and I've linked all the information you need down below in the description. For my next upcycling project, I had a small vase that had a souvenir label from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Often you can remove these labels or logos from vases with just some effort and the help of some sandpaper or a scuff pad. It may take some time and some effort, but if you persist, they will eventually come off. And I was thrilled because I really love the shape and the color of this vase. And I was delighted when I was able to manage to successfully remove and smooth out that tourist label from Myrtle Beach and give me an updated vase that I can add into my home decor. Like the Piggy Bank, which had an enamel paint likely baked right into the glass, this vase seems to have a stenciled design, making it easier to remove with some elbow grease. To complete the transformation, I applied some dark antiquing wax all over the vase, and I'm absolutely thrilled with the final result, and I'm glad I could upcycle it without it appearing tacky or resembling a vacation souvenir. Now let's see what we can do with this item. Once again, I really love the shape of it and the lid, but the graphics on it don't align with my personal style. It appears to have been maybe like a tobacco container or something similar, as the label seems to be that enamel paint again, so it's not going to sand off that easy. Therefore, I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to give it a really good coat of matte black spray paint, and I'm going to do the inside and the outside so it'll be completely covered. And then I'm going to let it dry before I go on to the next step. I didn't like that dated varnish on the lid, so I used some 120 grit sandpaper and I sanded it off. And after that, I sealed it with a polyacrylic sealer. Now let's get back to that jar. My goal is to give it an aged, worn pottery look, and to achieve this, I went out to my garden and I gathered up some dirt, and then I proceeded to rub that dirt into the spray painted surface, working it in and brushing off the extra as I went along. Finally, I applied a coat of Mod Podge matte. This technique is absolutely fantastic. And once I had it completely covered with the Mod Podge, I went back to that dirt, and then I'm just going to sprinkle it into that wet Mod Podge. Once completed, it transforms a plain pot or vase into something that resembles an old vintage ceramic piece from a bygone era and looks like it's been around for a century. You can achieve this effect with just a little bit of Mod Podge and just some dirt. I set it aside, let the Mod Podge dry completely, and then I went in and I just rubbed off any of that extra dirt, exposing little bits and pieces of that black underneath to give it even more of an aged look. When that was done, I went back with the Mod Podge matte again and sealed it all up. And that's it. The project's all finished, and I really loved how it turned out with that pottery-like aged look. It's definitely much better than it was when it had those tobacco graphics on it. Let me know down in the comments which one you like the most. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more videos.